Hey everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan, and let's see if I can take you on a spin in less than 10 minutes to point out 3 tokens that are part of the crypto ecosystem that are really being carefully chosen by SBI Holdings. They are a company, a conglomerate that you really want to pay attention to in this space. Here they are in the Izumi Gardens Tower. This is in the middle of Tokyo. You take the elevator up to the 7th floor with an appointment, of course, then you can see what's going on. They have offices all over the world, but this is where their headquarters are. Also in this video, we're going to talk about Gensler. He gets in front of Congress tomorrow. I think he's going to really be drilled. And Ripple X, Matt Hamilton, along with attorney Jeremy Hogan and attorney John Deaton, all 3 of those are going to be on a XRP community channel. I want to tell you about that. Matt is on Monday night, and then the 2 attorneys, both of them together, are going to be 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday. So I'll give you the details. But first, we're going to talk about SBI because they ink more deals than any other company in Asia. I'm telling you, they have 1,700 investments already under their belt, but they made some significant moves in the last few weeks. And I really want to point that out because the Strategic Business Innovator Group, well, the financial conglomerate that they are listed on the first section of the Tokyo Stock Exchange. They have 240 subsidiaries. They're the largest internet bank. They are the largest outside shareholder of both R3 and Ripple. And they are in the middle of a takeover. This is an unsolicited takeover. They're trying to go for another bank. This is the Shinsei Bank. They're retail banking, institutional banking, consumer, commercial finance. They're active in London and in Frankfurt too through their subsidiaries. And it's a move that is definitely getting the vision realized for the CEO, Mr. Kitao, to be the 4th mega bank in Japan. Shinsei has a very nice global remittance service too to 170 different countries, so I'm sure that's very attractive. Well, SBI is always using the utility of XRP, and this is the case with the FXCoin. This is owned by SBI, and it is really important to connecting XRP to more liquidity in future on-demand liquidity corridors. And so do you remember that FXCoin back in April did the testing with ODL that was deemed successful between Japan and Singapore? And that was a corridor that they opened up with Sumitomo, and their subsidiary was one of their global metals, commercial metals company. Well, also in July, FXCoin then announced that the world needed a swaps market. They were aiming to build this swaps market and use crypto. This swaps market is a $6.5 trillion a day market. You can see in the foreign exchange business how it kind of breaks down. The FX spot business is about 39 billion a day, settled daily. But corporates don't settle daily. They use these financial instruments and swaps, these debt bonds to hedge. And using XRP gives them a really significant savings in terms of the settlement for their remittances. So this is the vision of the president of FXCoin. He has decades, a couple of decades of expertise in FX. And then let me just show you, in June, there was this memorandum that was signed. This is a big deal. This is a memorandum that took place with Bitstamp. Bitstamp is an on-demand liquidity provider. They help facilitate the corridors in Europe. And the understanding, the MOU that was signed, was to help domestic and overseas bond and debt settlements by XRP in cooperation with Sumitomo Corporation and SBI Group. And the FXCoin believed that debt settlement transactions with crypto assets as quoted prices will expand in the activities of companies expanding globally in the future. Under such circumstances, they had signed a memorandum of understanding with Bitstamp, one of the largest cryptocurrency exchanges in Europe, and in order to contribute to the activities of global companies by deepening mutual cooperations with overseas cryptocurrency exchanges. This is the build-out of major corridors for corporates using XRP as an on-demand liquidity bridge. This is really, this was a big deal, and now we have, I think, the follow-up. Check this out. October 1st, we have the announcement that FXCoin Exchange will close its retail trading in order to deepen cooperation with the SBI Group companies. So this is a reorganization. It'll begin December 22nd this year, and it'll specialize in the corporate business. Now, April, May, June is the first quarter in Japan. July, August, September is quarter 2. At the end of October, expect to see details on this discussed in the quarterly investor relations presentation that will occur just a couple of days at the end of the month. My guess is it's going to be on the 28th or the 29th of this month. So the debt for bond swaps, that's a financial instrument that is just huge. I don't know the size of the market that they're going to capture, but I can assure you that it is not going to be small, as the NFT markets are not small either. And SBI just snagged an NFT marketplace. They're going to do full service, a metaverse with consulting and a wallet. I mean, the whole 9 yards. It is just a deal that they did on Thursday. They're taking 80% and they named it the SBI NFT. This also is something that has my attention within the last couple of weeks. SBI VC Trade added Chainlink and Polkadot. Now, I don't know, for smart contract and DeFi integrations? Possibly. But these two assets now are in my focus more than ever. Mr. Kitao always makes strategic moves, never random. So those are the three assets that really have my attention: XRP, Chainlink, and DOT. This is Ryosuke Hayashi. He is the CEO and Managing Director of SBI Ven Capital in Singapore, the venture arm for SBI in the heart of Asia's Silicon Valley. And it was in February that they made an 8-figure investment into Sygnum. And now, just a couple of days ago, they announced that SBI and Sygnum Bank, they're going to launch a new $75 million United States dollar fund for the digital asset sector. So I'm telling you, the moves just don't end. You got to really pay attention to what's happening. If you follow SBI, you're following the money. All right, Ron Hammond, who is in Washington, D.C., he was really keeping an eye on things that's happening for Congress, and it looks like the SEC chair, Gary Gensler, is going to testify tomorrow in the House Financial Services Committee. This is going to be so interesting because it's going to be one of the most crypto-saturated hearings in the committee this year. And with the quick breakdown that he gives, we're probably going to see some bipartisan cooperation. I don't think we're going to expect too many crazy fireworks here, because they need to work together to make sure that this space is regulated correctly. They're going to, I'm sure, cover stable coins and the safe harbor, probably decentralization. According to Ron, he says the Bitcoin ETF approval process, DeFi, probably regulation and enforcement in general. So yeah, I just can't wait. This is going to be probably one of the most exciting hearings that we've ever had in the crypto space. But as he says, don't expect too much attacking here, because if it's too decisive or too much of a division, then it could backfire. So I don't know if we'll have any Daddy Gensler comments at all, but I'm sure we'll all be waiting to hear. All right, if you are familiar with Chip and Jeff, they do a great hosting of a panel. What is it? Sunday through Thursday, and then I think Jeff takes it solo on Saturday mornings. But they have some great lineup coming. On Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, you're going to see Matt Hamilton, which is part of the Ripple X team. And then on Thursday night, both Jeremy Hogan and attorney John Deaton are going to be together. I just don't think you're going to want to miss that. Do reach out on Twitter at @on_the_chain to make sure you follow all the details. And if you do miss it, you can go back and watch it, because they archive all of their episodes. They do a great job. All right, everybody, we're jumping to the fluff. And I just want to point out there is a beautiful castle called Himeji. It's one of the most beautiful in Japan. But what I found that was so funny, something I don't think I could do, over 5,000 pieces, but it's the Himeji Castle in Legos. Look at that. Yeah, I'm so impressed. I'm not good at that. I'm not good at puzzles, and I'm not good at the Legos either. I think maybe I don't have the patience for it. And if you are familiar with kind of the maki rolls or the rolled seaweed that have a lot of vegetables and sometimes sushi on the inside, they're very, very popular in Japan. Well, now they're even making bread in the shape of the long seaweed, which is called nori, because they're marketing the bread to be rolled like that you see done in the sushi roll style. It makes sense, but I just find it's pretty funny. It's sliced very, very thin, and then it's marketed to put the ingredients out on the table so that everyone can make their own maki roll. It's called futomaki in Japanese, and I think, yeah, most people are familiar with it. You see a lot of them in the local markets all over the world now. But think about making the bread to substitute for the seaweed. Just funny, just really funny. And then Tatsuya Tanaka, yeah, I have to show you, just keeping to the bread theme. Here he is doing his miniatures, and he's used a baguette as a bullet train with a slice of white bread for the platform. I love this guy's work. I just love it. I go to his Twitter site almost daily to see what new creation he has come up with, because he's so, so creative. All right, everybody. Yeah, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.